What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Ford Mustang Ecoboost. You might be asking, is it a good car? Is it fast? Is it reliable? Finally, is it worth it? Well, today I'm gonna answer all that for you without any BS, so let's talk about it. So guys, first thing we will talk about is the engine. This car has got a 2.3 liter inline 4 turbocharged engine that makes 310 horsepower, and it does 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds, which we will test out later in this video, so stick around. Now, I've had this car for a little over 2 years now, and I've beaten the hell out of it in temperatures like this. Now, it says 37, but if we scroll down a little, it says feels like 46 degrees. So I think it's fair to say that this car is very durable. But what happens once it breaks down? Well, I don't know, because I haven't faced anything other than regular maintenance. And like I said, I've really beaten the hell out of this car. So if you're the guy who wants to floor your gas pedal at every single traffic light there is, this car is your new best friend. Now I'm gonna talk to you guys about some things that I really like about this car and some things that I find really annoying. So let's get into it. First thing I like about this car is the most obvious. It's the looks of the car. Yes, it's a two-door muscle car that looks fast and sleek until you find out that it is a 4-cylinder. Second thing I really like about this car is the big touchscreen. We like big touchscreens. Sync screen is really nice and it lets you do a lot of things, like connect your phone to Bluetooth. However, the big screen only comes in the premium models only. Otherwise, you get this tiny little screen, which isn't the best at all. Number 3, handling. Considering that this car is a rear-wheel drive car, it handles surprisingly well. And yes, I know Mustangs are known as crowd killers, but if you have any driving knowledge, it's not a crowd killer, and everybody gets to go home safe. Number 4, performance. Now, I know it's not a Lamborghini, but for a car that's really affordable, and I only say affordable because in the UAE where I live, it isn't very expensive. The car has many driving modes that you can pick from. It's got normal, sport, sport plus, track, and rain and snow mode, which we don't use here because look at that. In other words, it doesn't snow or rain here. Okay, now we're gonna talk about some of the things that I don't like about this car, and a lot of EcoBoost owners also dislike about this car, and anybody that has ever seen an EcoBoost Mustang complains about. Number 1, the biggest problem this car faces is the exhaust. This car sounds really bad, like really bad. Take a listen. Number 2, the view in this car. Sometimes I have to close my eyes and hope for the best because the mirrors are kind of magnified. And overall, you can't really see much out of this car. However, after a while, you tend to get used to it, so it's not that big of a deal now for me, but before it was just very confusing and hard. Number 3, the rear seats. Now, I've never been in the back of this car, so today we're gonna make history. Amazing. And I'm 182 centimeters. This is how much it is in feet, somewhere over here. I guess that's not too tall, so I shouldn't really struggle to get in the back of the car, but we're gonna find out now. First leg went through successfully. I don't know what to do from here. Now, I hope I'm just being dramatic. Now my head is hitting the roof, so I hope once I sit down, things will get better. Alright, okay. Wow! It is so bad in here. It is actually stupid tight in here, so if you're 181 or 182 centimeters or taller, just never sit in the back. Number 4, this car eats gas, and obviously the way you drive has everything to do with it, but you'd be surprised what this 4-cylinder could do. I'm not gonna complain, because again, the way you drive is how your gas mileage is gonna be like, but in the end of the day, you'd expect it to be a little bit better. I fully refuel the car every 4 to 5 days, but that's nowadays because I'm not driving the car as much as I used to before. I was going around every 3 days, and it was just how things were. So the moral of the story is, if you wanna save some money, don't drive like an idiot. Guys, now we're gonna check the performance. We're gonna launch the car 4 times. Once in drive, once in sport plus, and once in track. Was that 5? Normal, sport plus, track. Yeah, 4 times. 4. Alright guys, so luckily this car has an acceleration timer, so it can do your 0 to 50 time, or 0 to 100 kilometers, or 0 to 200 kilometers. So we're obviously going to be going for the 0 to 100 kilometers. Alright guys, let's go. Drive mode. Alright guys, we are now in sport. Brakes in, gas in, the brakes. So we didn't lose any traction this time. And 7.3 seconds. Okay guys, now we are in sport plus. Brakes in, gas in. We didn't lose any traction as well. 7.3 seconds again. Alright guys, now we're in track. Brakes in. 7.4. For the acceleration timer for track mode, we did 7.4 seconds. However, my all-time best from 0 to 100 is 6.7 seconds. But Ford claims that this is to be done in 6.3 seconds. I'm no professional driver and I got 6.7 seconds. I'm sure I had some people in the car with me and we were blasting the AC like we are today. So I think it's very possible to hit 6.3 seconds. So all this brings us to the conclusion of the video. Is this car worth it? And I have to say, yes, it is. Because for what you pay, you get very good performance, you get a nice interior, you get a good and reliable engine, and overall, it is just an amazing car. So if you are looking to buy the Ford Mustang EcoBoost, I suggest you go for it. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the Ford Mustang EcoBoost, make sure you ask me down below, and I'll see you guys next video.